The difficulty in Shadow Warrior 3, like the game's short length, is one of its largest points of criticism. I loved my experience with the game. I think the combat is smart and the enemy designs are imaginative and interesting. The highest available difficulty I think is fine, as I stated in my review, but I think the game would benefit from a higher starting difficulty option and another on top of that as an unlockable bonus. What's interesting about the difficulty in Shadow Warrior 3 is that since the combat loop is so similar to Doom Eternal's, if you're already familiar with Eternal or weapon swapping mobility shooters like Ultra Kill, you're going into Shadow Warrior 3 with a distinct advantage over many others. I've had conversations about this game's difficulty where I basically say, look, the game feels easy to you because you already know how to play it going in. Part of a game's difficulty comes from learning and mastering new things. Shadow Warrior 3 is designed to feel easier the more you engage in weapon swapping, arena navigation, and resource management, which is all the fun stuff. The game is going to be more difficult to someone who has to go through the learning process to get there. Shadow Warrior 3 doesn't really bring anything new to the table, it just brings a fun remix of the familiar. So how do you implement higher difficulty options without them just feeling like bullshit? Well, there's obviously a damage increase for enemy attacks. That's a given, it has to hurt more when you get hit. And I think enemy HP should stay the same. There's already a good rhythm to combat and you don't want to mess that up. Ammo capacity is also in a good place, but you could up the pressure a bit by limiting how you replenish your resources. First, I'd cut the arena item respawn rate in half. This would make ammo and health pickups much more strategic, something you really don't want to just pick up whenever. Fewer opportunities for ammo pickups would put more pressure on the katana to keep stocked. Fewer health pickups combined with increased enemy damage will make you play more cautiously, and when you finally do go for that health recharge, it'll be exciting to get that last second save from approaching death. I'm not sure about this next one, but you could change the ratio of fodder spawns to the heavy demon spawns. Have fewer of these small guys to get a quick health refill from, and transfer those numbers over to a few additional heavies. But I'm definitely sure that the last stand ability should be significantly reduced. It's nice to have that buffer so you don't feel like you randomly died, but you've got way too much time to get out safe and recover. Really, it should be like 2 or 3 seconds before something kills you if you don't get out and find health. Additionally, since it's so easy to recover your health using fodder kills, pickups, and the very forgiving last stand, I think health recovery from finishers should be reduced as well. Going from nothing to 100% health and getting an OP enemy weapon is just too much. I'd change it by making it max out at 50. If you're already over 50, you don't get any health back from finishers. Right, so some of these may be overtuned, and if you implement all of them the way I'm suggesting, it could go overboard. But I think some combination of these things, tested and tuned appropriately, could result in a more mastery-worthy game, instead of it being something you just play a few times and put down. And of course, a New Game Plus mode is absolutely needed. Taking your upgrades through a remixed campaign, or even just the standard campaign but higher difficulty, is desperately needed for a game this low on content. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope we get an updated difficulty because I'd love to dive back in and play with Wang again.